Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'aventure? Ah, monsieur le président, un pauvre qui vote ou celui qui l'a rendu pauvre. Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'étranger? Ah, monsieur le président, Happy Sunday to the beautiful people of the Cameroon. My warm greetings to the people of La République du Cameroon and the wonderful people of British Southern Cameroon. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a party political broadcast by myself, Maitre Mola Alex Ndive Lisinge, the leader of British Cameroon National Party. Ladies and gentlemen, British Cameroon National Party is a party that believes in equal status between La République du Cameroon and British Southern Cameroon. British Cameroon National Party is a party that believes the institution that La République du Cameroon inherited from France should remain in La République du Cameroon, and why the English institution that we inherited from England should remain in British Southern Cameroon. We want equality. We are not asking for anything different. We don't believe that a form of a state is going to solve the Anglophone crisis. A form of a state is about transfer of power. You can keep on changing the form of a state anytime, but your identity doesn't change. The problem is the Anglophones, British Southern Cameroon, we don't have an identity. So you can give us federalism, decentralization, confederation without identifying that two countries came together under equal status. If they don't identify us, then the problem will not be solved. I've seen people have come over from time immemorial say the problem is federalism. I look at them, these people are not constitutional experts. If you ask them what's federalism, they don't know. There is no difference between federalism and decentralization. All of them is about transfer of power. In decentralization, you can even transfer more power than in federalism. The only difference is that the central government with federalism, the central government cannot just take away your power. But with decentralization, the central government can just suspend maybe Scottish power or Northern Ireland the power. They can just suspend it because they are not able to govern themselves, unlike federalism. That's the only difference. So when people come and fool you and you say federalism is going to change, and people say 10-state federation, 2-state federalism, they don't know anything. That is why People Dem Money have been ruling us, because we don't have opposition who are knowledgeable. They don't understand the system, the institution, how to govern a country. That's our problem in the Cameroons. That's why people always want to put themselves in front when they don't understand what is federalism or whatsoever. Ladies and gentlemen, constitutional expert will tell you this simple truth. You can never talk about 10-state federation in a country like the Cameroons. Why? Because that country was constructed by foreigners based on two different inherited cultures. So the starting point would be you recognize the two countries and you allow them to use their two separate institutions. You don't need to. We are not the first. You can see what is happening in Quebec. You can see what is happening in Catalonia, in Belgium, the Flemish, in Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, other parts that they have similar things are there. There is already a ready-made solution. We don't need to go and be thinking. And the difference now, if we identify these two countries that came together, what next? We can say, okay, all the ethnicities are region. They are autonomous. There's nothing wrong with that. We have different culture and tradition. An Irishman is an Irishman. An Englishman is an Englishman, is a tribe. A Scottish man is a Scottish man. A Frenchman, all these things are tribe, whether you like it or not. A Bakure man is a Bakure man. There's nothing wrong to say all the ethnicities are autonomous. There's nothing wrong with that. Then we have a parliament where we discuss our educational system, our judicial system in British Southern Cameroon and La République. They use their own. But the problem why it is difficult to solve the Anglophone problem is because, not because of La République du Cameroon citizens, not because of British Southern Cameroon citizens. The problem we cannot solve it is because some few people, they surrender their sovereignty and independence to France so that colonialism should continue. They should be exporting our natural resources. That is the problem. It is not because we cannot solve our problem in the Cameroons. It's because if you try to solve the Anglophone problem, it might be the end of France CFA. It might be the end of France controlling our monetary policy. That is the reason. So all these people, whether it's Paul Biya, Bello Buba, Chiruma, none of them will not change the Cameroons. I'm the one telling you. The only political party that will change the Cameroon is British Cameroon National Party, because we stick to our conviction. We don't follow the crowd. Those who follow the crowd do not go further than the crowd. I've seen people, just for this short period, that they announce election in La République. Some people will say, oh, opposition should come, coalition. Do you know the opposition? Some of those political parties, I told you, it was created by La République du Cameroun. If La République du Cameroun pay you, change SDF to be a satellite party, how can I do a coalition? They have paid me money to do a job, but you people wasted your time talking for coalition. One political party. If you are true to the people, you have a conviction, you have probity and integrity, you believe in something, people will follow you. I've never changed. Most of you think change can only come in the Cameroon through election. My experience, ever since I was a boy, a teenager, and now a man, La République du Cameroun, cannot change it through a ballot box. I keep on repeating myself, and I will always do so. You can only change certain things in La République du Cameroun by protests. Biya University, we protested. Multipartism, we're in the street. GCE board, we're in the street. René Zengele wanted to assimilate our English system, educational system. We walked from CPC Bali, came to Mankom Bamenda, we stopped all the school protests, it stopped. They were beating lawyers, teachers, Biya University. We did what? Protests on the street of London, European countries, all over the world. I slept in the embassy, in the High Commission in Cameroon. They call the major national dialogue. If you want change, you know what to do. If you think you go through the ballot box, my brothers and sisters, you're wasting your time. I'm not a pessimistic person. I believe in myself. I analyze things. I look at the facts. That's how you do. If you're a professional in every field, whether you're a medical doctor, you're a lawyer, you're a nurse, you're an architect, you don't just come and say, change. Oh, this side is going this side. Oh, now it's Ubelo Buba. Oh, it's Akaramuna. Oh, it's SDF. Oh, now it's Chiruma. Oh, that's not change. You don't do things like that on earth. You prepare, you plan. You know what's going on. You don't keep on following the wind. You will never have change that way. You have to have a belief. You have to set a target. And you have to do what I call small, small catch a monkey. So ladies and gentlemen, we see a lot of people. I'm so disappointed with the population. They are easily swayed. I don't cry more than the belief. Believe rather. I don't believe a single person from La République du Cameroon can change the Cameroons. I believe it is easier for British Southern Cameroon to leave La République du Cameroon than for a single person in La République du Cameroon to change it. They can call it, I'll give you federalism. They won't give you. They can just come and elect a governor, then it's the same centralized system. For those of you, they keep on saying there's decentralization in the Cameroons. Compare, we have decentralization in the United Kingdom. What have they decentralized in the Cameroon? Nothing. It's still a 2D control in the country. Please, sometimes we have a lot of information. Let's read. Let's understand the system. In La République du Cameroon, you can beat Biya 95%. Beat the Biya. They will still announce that it's Biya who won. The institution, the system is made up in a system that you will never beat La République du Cameroun, CPDM, chop people their money for the next 1 million years. It is a system. Elections are won before polling days. I don't know why most of you are surprised. Fraud, fraud. Go and read. Go and read international reports. Since 1992, all the elections in the Cameroon have been rigged. Mr. Biya have never been elected. Mr. Biya was appointed. Ahidjo was appointed. Elections in Cameroon is wishy-washy. It's window dressing exercise. Mr. Biya, we forced Mr. Biya to bring multipartism. Mr. Biya never come. I want democracy. I love democracy. No. And I will tell you, that all have been diversion. Today, I've come to give you the record of chop people their money. Their record. My topic today is shame. Shame on CPDM. If you're a CPDM, shame on you. If you're mommy, papa, you're a CPDM, shame on you. Because I want you to come and defend your record. CPDM chop people the money. They have destroyed their Cameroons. They have ruined people's life. People are dying in silence because of these wicked people. If you're a girl or boy, know you're killing people every day. I talk to people. People are suffering. Some few people, you make millions. You make wedding ceremony. You spend millions for your children, your wife. But people are dying just for water. Pipe-borne water. People are dying just because of our bad roads. Our hospital, you look at it sometimes, you see patients, they keep their things there. The sanitation in our hospital is so poor. I want to talk about the record of CPDM. Chop people their money. You people are so evil. I don't mind. Be that dictator. Be that monarchy. But develop our country like Saudi Arabia. Develop our country like Qatar, Dubai, Singapore, all this, Malaysia, Vietnam. Stay there forever. But why are you there? When you cannot fix our country, why are you there? What are you doing there? Shame on you. If you're a CPDM, one, if you're a member of the CPDM party, know you be thief man. Know you like corruption, know you like embezzlement. You're not forced to be there. Some of us too, we could have joined them. I can still join them if I want to. But I have morality. I have probity. I have integrity. I don't work with criminals. I don't work with corrupt people. Just because of what? Egocentricity. Langa. You think it's man no man. I know people too. Some of us, we know people in a 2D. We can take CV and send it. They will give us job. But you don't work with people who work against the people. The CPDM government is working against the people. You might say you're desperate. You don't have anything. Go to your village. Plant cocoa. Plant tomato. I used to plant those things. When I was in primary school, I have a small garden in front of our house. In class quarter. I had my garden. Nobody forced me to have a garden. It was a hobby. I plant pepper, tomato. We used to plant corn. Go and plant it and eat and leave that CPDM. Leave it. It's morally bankrupt. It's people who don't love the country. I want to talk about your record today. The record of chop people their money. Evil. People who have sold their soul and they work for foreign countries. I don't mind. Biya can stay there forever. But what is wrong for you to use the resources and develop the country? Why do you prefer to give our resources to transnational corporation, foreigners? Why do you hate yourself? Now I know the answer. I know why we were enslaved. I know why they colonized us. I know why there's apartheid. There was apartheid in South Africa. Because this color, you people prefer Muzungu than your own. You sell your soul. You sell your wife. You sell your children. You sell your uncle. You sell your mother because you want to please a Muzungu. Love yourself first. Love your own family. Love starts in a family. If you cannot love your own children, your family, your wife, your uncle, your aunt, and whatsoever, grandparents, do you think taking our resources and giving it to foreigners, you think you love your own people? You are wicked. I better love my family first and hate any other body outside. When you people are sick, all of you African leaders, you're sick. All of you die in foreign hospital. I'm a little bit disappointed that my friend Raila Odinga died in India. Young Philemon died. I'm not young Philemon. Young Luke died in Belgium. Why can you people not die in Cameroon? You people in power, you are in power. Can't you construct hospital? Can't you construct hospital in your own country? I'm so shocked. All of you African leaders, ministers or who, Nyat, Chiruma was sick, he was abroad. All of them, including Chiruma. Chiruma was sick. He came and he was thanking President Paul Biya. I thank President Paul Biya for helping me. I thank President Paul Biya. That was Chiruma. The video is there. There was rumor that Chiruma was dead abroad while he was sick. After he came back, he said he's alive. So to me, conviction is important. A leopard doesn't change his spot. I'm not in that La Republic mix. I'm not begging favor for any person. I don't support any presidential candidate. I'm supporting myself because I'm the truth, I'm the light, I'm the way. I believe in what I've been doing all through my life. I don't make it as I go. Back to the record of the chop people their money, these shameless people. People who think they win player, power or whatever. In most of these Arab countries, they have monarchy, but they still develop their country. Democracy doesn't develop a country. If you don't know how to fix a country, look for all the talents from different parts and bring them. How can we fix our country so we can have good roads, good buildings, good this, good... Bring people together to fix a country. All of you are going to die one day, you leave that country. Another generation will come, they will still be living in a zoological garden. Ladies and gentlemen, the party you call CPDM today have been in power for more than 60 years. In 1960, Mr. Ahidjo had a party, and in 1966, Mr. Ahidjo, the president of La République du Cameroon, banned all political parties and concentrated power in his hands. So later on, when Mr. Biya came to power, that's 40 years ago, he changed the name CNU to CPDM. Chop people their money about 40 years ago. So I don't distinguish the two parties. My name is Ndive. If I change my name to another name, I'm still the same person. So let's not be making that mistake. So CNU, CPDM have been in power for over 60 years. What have they done? They have dominated the political, economic, and social landscape in the Cameroons for more than 60 years. Their record is defined by what? Consolidation of power. Persistent economic underdevelopment. Endemic corruption. Worsening humanitarian and social crisis. If you look at the CPDM, chop people their money, their political record, they are a de facto single party in the Cameroons. When I mean de facto, I can say Macron is the de facto president of the Cameroons because he controls Cameroon, he pulls the string, so it's a de facto. So we have multipartyism in theory. Chop people their money have absolute majority in parliament. So the fact that they have absolute majority is still a one-party system. If the political party in United Kingdom, the ruling party have absolute majority, it makes it one-party system. If the votes are balanced, that they can have checks and balances, they can scrutinize you well, then that's multipartyism. Multipartyism can be effective and it could be dormant. So as things stand in the Cameroon, is one-party system. The CPDM political party, their political record, they suppress political party opposition. They suppress them. They don't want them to speak. Their laws is in theory. In short, election management in CPDM, their political record, they rig election. I'm not making it up. If you look at Amnesty International report, Human Rights Watch, Freedom House report, US State Department report, whether it's French, Radio France International, Al Jazeera, go or ask about elections in the Cameroons. They will tell you irregularity, rig, bar other people not to stand. Go and read it. Go and read it. They bar opposition leaders not to stand. They choose who should stand. Are you Joshua Osi? Yes. You're a satellite party for CPD. Yes, will allow you to stand. Are you this? That's how they do it. Are you Bello Buba? You are brothers? Yes, you stand. That's how they do it. So most of you don't know that. They just play the game. And that's why in their economic record, they have democratic backsliding, limiting activities of the opposition. That's their record. In Article 65 of our Constitution, it gives us the right of freedom of expression and assembly. Nobody should forbid that right. But chop people their money, they restrict your constitutional right and nobody says anything. Where are our lawyers? Your civil liberties. Right, Article 65. I don't know how many of you have read it. You go there, they limit it. Their political record, there is Anglophone crisis. Since 2017, La République government chop people their money. What did they say? They say we prefer France to give natural resources. We are not going to solve this problem. How can you be a government? There's an ongoing crisis for more than 9 years. You don't have a solution, but you want to stay in power. In Northern Ireland, we have IRA, sponsored by Gaddafi, sponsored by Irish Americans. They used to bombard the whole London here. For decades, at the end of the day, the government of the United Kingdom, so we have to solve that problem. Irish people, you're different. They gave them their parliament, ministers and everything. They are running their own thing in Northern Ireland. That's how we solve the problem. The solution is there. But because of France, a foreigner, Mr. Biya and co, Ahidjo, all of them, Bello Buba, Chiruma, all of you allow us to be suffering Anglophone because of France. The judicial system, they say officially is independent. But they say in the Constitution, the president of the country shall guarantee the independence of the judiciary. He appoints judges at all levels. That's why a lot of judges in the Cameroons are corrupt. Some of them, they don't want to see me well because they see I criticize the government. So a lot of judges in Cameroon, they hate me. I'm telling you the truth. I was in a group where they have some judges. They said they should remove me there. A judge told me, so they should remove me from that WhatsApp group. I did not do anything, but just because I criticize the government. Those are judges. People who should be my colleague. People who should fight for the betterment of our country. They are all supporting CPDM. Procureur, because they take bribe. Procureur, they take bribe. It's difficult to practice law in the Cameroons because if you're a lawyer, you have to go and see DO governors and this and settle it behind the scene. That's how they settle most cases in Cameroon. There's no justice there. It's difficult to go through the court of law and succeed in the Cameroon. So I'm telling you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. You go again, their economic record, chop people their money, their economic record. What is it? Dependency on primary commodity on export. They are just relying on doing what? When these people, this colonial criminal, they came to Africa, their aim was what? To be taking that timber, cotton, banana, cocoa, and send it here. So, La République chopped people their money too. They came there, they put them there because they were not elected. They just put them there by the colonialists. So now, they are only exporting, doing the same thing. Exporting. So they depend on it. Poor governance, passive corruption, our economic is what? Stagnant development. Our Our economic is not diversified. They don't know they can use their natural resources and create things there. Singapore, they have what? Financial hub and manufacturing industry. Imagine all those cocoa, diamond, silver, all those bauxite, all those things. We have all the things to tar road. We try to industrialize and start using machine. So it means most of our product, they will not be going outside the country. We'll be using those things there. We'll be paradise on earth. But Ahidjo, Biya, Belobuba, Chiruma, for decades, they have stayed there and said, Ngam, let's be giving it to France for their own personal benefit. I'm not talking about 1 year, 2 years. These people, the Ahidjo, Paul Biya, Belobuba, Chiruma, they have been there since Ahidjo. Since Ahidjo. They have been there, they saw it. Some of us, we could have done the same thing too because we want to make money and be minister. We would have done the same thing. But we say no. Everybody cannot be in government. You need opposition. You need people who point and say this is wrong. That is why in the United Kingdom we have official opposition. The Conservative, the second largest party. In France, there's no opposition. You see why we have confusion in the Cameroons? They are following French system. France haven't got official opposition. You have so many opposition there in France. But in United Kingdom, English system, we have one opposition leader. You have other political parties, but the second largest political party is the official opposition. They pay all of them, and their job is to scrutinize and hold the government to account. Prime Minister, where are you? Why are you not doing this? Come here. They can order the Prime Minister anytime to come to the House of Commons, the Parliament, to talk. That's official opposition. And that's what I expect us to have in British Southern Cameroon. So, ladies and gentlemen, you see, that's why in the Cameroons, somebody will just come out 1 month and become an opposition. You cannot be in government 1 second, you're opposition the next day. It doesn't work that way in an English democracy. It doesn't. That's why you saw somebody like Macron. Macron was under Hollande's government, Minister of Economics or something like that. Hollande told Macron, our party is not going to win. Go out and create another party. Macron just went, left Hollande party, create a party under 1 year and became president. The same party. That's the French system. It doesn't work like that in an English democracy. In an English democracy, there should be clear, different path. What you stand for, whether you're conservative, market economic, or the state control part of it, and private market. You do all those, you distinguish those things in English politics. That's why you cannot say in English democracy, say, oh, let's opposition come together. You can't, because Liberal Democrat is different. Labour political party is different. Niger Farage Reform Party is different. Green Party is different. So you cannot just say, let's come together, because the reason people say they should come together is because they don't stand for nothing. And they don't stand for anything. And any person who stands for nothing will fall at anything. That's the difference. So, ladies and gentlemen, our economic record in La République du Cameroon, chop people the money, there's pervasive corruption, stagnant development. They have failed to reduce poverty. Development is stagnant. The law of diminishing marginal return have been facing that country. Corruption. High. If you look at all this report, Amnesty International report, US State Department report, Freedom House, all these objective report, they will tell you that corruption is high at all levels in the CPDM government. At all levels. Go to Ministry of Finance, 40%. You go to hospital, they will ask you to pay choco to do this. Corruption is there at all levels. It's very difficult, my brothers and sisters. I can feel your pain. The natural resources, they have failed to use our natural resources to do industrialization. That's the use of machine. Some of them, they say Chinese are our friends. Why can't you ask Chinese to bring their machine in the Cameroon so that we can be manufacturing our things in there and create jobs? Why? Why should they come and build you? They give you a building. Can we not build a house, a building for, is it a new, I don't know what is National Assembly or Senate? Is that what we need? We need machine to convert our natural resources. You people cannot. You can't do that. How is a building helping us? I'm not even a builder. I'm sure if you ask me to build a house, I will take mud. This mud like this we have in Bamenda and build a house. Although I don't know how to build a house, I can do it. Although the house will not be nice. So we should not be proud that the Chinese, they constructed a comfortable house for you. We need machines to transform our product. Economic complexity. La République du Cameroon chop people their money. They have failed to diversify our economy. They have failed. That's the economic record. They have failed. Usually they would have taken certain things or what? They are relying all over in export. Instead of doing what? Industrialization, financial hub, all those things, they cannot do it. You look at their social record. There's human rights crisis in British Southern Cameroon. How many years today, La République, the government, they don't have a solution. Human rights abuse, extrajudiciary killing, they kill people. Discrimination and inequality, that's their record. I'm not making it up. If you think Maitre Mola Alex Divelisinger is making up, go and Google it. And stop blaming. There is no opposition in the Cameroon. It's non-functional. We need to change our institution. People should not sit and say, oh, let's go. Parliamentary election is coming. Ladies and gentlemen, 180 parliamentarians is almost similar that you had in 1960, the same parliamentarian. So how come that your population have increased? They should have been talking about increasing parliamentarian, looking at how come that South is a region with a population that is lesser than Northwest and Southwest. All those things, you look at it. You have to look and rearrange and bring on a constitution that will have to draw everything again before a parliamentary election. But none of you are not talking. You go back with the same system. Then they still again, you start complaining. You should be fighting for parliamentary reforms rather than say, I'm standing for election and what? They should make reforms. We need more regions. More regions. We have to recognize the two countries that we have. Northwest and Southwest. We need more region inside North British Cameroon. We need more parliamentarians in British Cameroon, not 35. The population have increased. Look at the last time they had 180 parliamentarians and now. But because they know the parliamentarians are useless, they are non-functional. They just pay the money to fool the world. Because in a parliament, you debate Anglophone crisis. Since we cannot debate our Anglophone crisis in the parliament, I presume, ladies and gentlemen, we have triggered Article 65. And the best option is to use legal means and leave La République du Cameroon peacefully. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to take back control. We want our country back. Have a wonderful Sunday. This has been Maitre Mola Alex Divelisinger, the leader of British Cameroon National Party. Ciao.
Prends la route de l'aventure. Ah, monsieur le président. Un pauvre qui vote ou celui qui l'a rendu pauvre. Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'étranger? Ah, monsieur le président. À l'Assemblée, il y a un vieux. Vraiment. Au Sénat, il y a un vieux. Wonderful. À la présidence, il y a un vieux. travaux.